Hello, today we're looking at section 8-5 about determinants and Cramer's rule. This is example 2, found on page 859 of your Pre-Calculus Part 2 textbook. This is using what's called Cramer's rule. In the previous page it showed you really kind of how to work one of these. This is just the example that I'm going to work with you, but the previous page goes into detail about how to do this. So here's how it works. If you're given an equation like this, which is what we call a 2-by-2 equation, you have two variables with two equations, then what you're going to do is to find the x value. Now normally we could do elimination or substitution, but this is just another way using matrices that or determinants that we can use to help us solve for the x and y. The x is found by taking the determinant of x over the regular determinant, and y is found by taking the determinant of y over the regular determinant. Now, let me explain to you what those mean. The determinant, regular determinant, is simply the coefficients of your variables. So that's why we have the 5, -4, the 6, and the -5. That's just our regular determinants if you look at the equation up here. And when you do, you're going to find out that that particular determinant, after doing the math, comes out to be -1. Okay, and we did how to do determinants in another video in lesson 1. Now, if I scroll down here to right here, you're going to see that, let me erase some of this, what you're going to see here is that if you want to find the determinant of x, which remember goes in here, then all you're going to do is you're going to replace your x values in your regular determinant. Notice they were 5 and 6, and now you're replacing them with your constant variables, which are 2 and 1. That's the ones on the right side of the equal sign. So instead of the 5 and 6, now we're putting in 2 and 1 with the -4 and 5. And when you, again, do your down and your subtract your up, you end up with your determinant is -6. Okay? Same thing for the y. If you want to know the y value, this time we're going to take our regular y value and we're going to replace it with the constants, which are 2 and 1, and we're going to go back to the original with our y values. So if you want to know, again, the determinant for y, you just replace the y values with the constants. And if you want to know the determinant of x, you replace the x numbers or coefficients for the constants. All right. So when we cross multiply here, we end up with 5 minus 12, which gives me a -7. Now, the rest is simply just plugging those particular numbers in. It's not very difficult to find the determinants. And remember, we have these three right here. The regular determinant is -1. D sub x, as we call it, is -6, and D sub y is -7. Okay. So if I scroll down here a little bit, if we look, if we're trying to find the value for x, I'm going to take D sub x, which we found was -6, over the regular determinant, which we proved up above was -1, and -6 over 1 simply becomes 6. So your x value is 6. To find the y value, you're going to take the determinant of y, or D sub y, which we just found right here, was -7. You're going to divide it by the regular determinant, which was -1, and that ends up being +7. All you have to do now is just simply put those two values together into an ordered pair, and so your solution is 6, 7. And that is, for many people, that is a very, very easy way to find the x and y, and much shorter than having to do like the elimination method or a substitution or one of the other graphing methods that we've learned along the way. So now that we understand determinants, we can now use this, and that rule is called Cramer's rule, to help us find our x and y values using this particular method. Hope this is helpful to you.